students. In today's science lesson, we are going to be looking at the book called Autumn Days by Anne Schwinger. Now, autumn is another word for fall, so autumn and fall are both the same season. So we're going to be taking a look at this book today since we are in the season of fall and autumn. Autumn Days. You can see in this photo there is a pumpkin in the window. Have you guys got a pumpkin yet? I'm still behind. Yeah, the only thing I got is apples. I went apple picking last weekend, and I might make apple pie in the future. First day. The first day of autumn is usually September 21st, and that was last month. Autumn days are cool and short. The earth moves away from the warmth and the light of the sun. Yeah, in this season it's starting to get a little bit chillier than compared to summer. Early autumn. Animals are getting ready for winter. A chipmunk carries seeds in its cheek pouches. Then it stores the seeds in underground tunnels it has to dig. Squirrels bury nuts to eat later when food is hard to find. Rabbits are eating lots of leaves and grass. When winter comes, they will eat buds and bark. A woodchuck eats leaves and grass too. When winter arrives, a woodchuck is fat. It lives off the fat as it sleeps through the winter. Those are very interesting. Yeah, it's very cool to compare the different ways that animals survive during the winter time. Harvest time, planting time. In early autumn, many crops are ready to be harvested. You can pick apples, pumpkins, tomatoes, and squash. For some crops are kind of like plants. Autumn is a time to plant. Rhubarb and radishes grow during cool autumn days. Winter wheat is planted now too. And then here's a little farm, and you can see a little apple orchard and places a little produce stand. You can see pumpkins, and it looks like tomatoes and different kinds of vegetables and fruits. And then on this page, you can see the fruits and vegetables that are popular during the autumn month of the year. October fun. When will our bulbs bloom? In the spring. Whee! Listen to the geese honk. I'll catch it. You see this little community, and you see people are planting and getting ready for the autumn. Let's see. Indian summer. In autumn, suddenly the days become hot again, just like summer. This mild, dry, hazy time can last a few days or weeks. In the days of the American colonies, the American Indians told colonists they could look forward to this pleasant time of year during autumn in America, and so colonists call it the Indian summer. That's something good to know. I did not know that. All summer, a tree grows. In autumn, it stops growing. Even the roots have stopped growing. Let's see, on this page we have Indian summer, where it gets hot during days during the autumn time. And then the trees stop growing right when autumn and fall begins. How leaves change color. Green materials in leaves called chlorophyll. It takes sunlight and gases from the air and water from the soil and changes them into food for a tree. During summer, we cannot see the gold, yellow, and orange colors that are in leaves because the green chlorophyll is a much brighter color. In autumn, there is less sunlight, so chlorophyll fades. Then we see the gold, yellow, and orange. Some leaves turn bright red because food made by the leaf has been trapped inside. The food turns bright red, and so does the leaf. On the ground, dead leaves provide food and cover insects. In the woods, mice hide under the dead leaves. As leaves decay, or turn brown and crumbly, they nourish the soil to help other plants to grow. And I like this little diagram at the bottom. Like in August, the leaf is green, and then you see in the month of September it starts to change color, and then October it's fully like a red or orange or a brown, and then November when it starts to finally fall from the tree. Yeah, I like that. First frost. Autumn nights are chilly. Yeah, things starting to get cold at night, like now. Yeah, in the summer I usually get really hot, but now I'm like freezing. I need an extra blanket. Autumn nights are chilly. When the temperature falls below 32 degrees Fahrenheit, early mornings dew freezes and it becomes frost. Frost looks like a thin layer of snow. It covers plant leaves and kills them. And when you go outside, you see your breath in the cold air. So on this page, it tells you how to carve a pumpkin for Halloween. And then the first frost is typically when autumn, like right when the temperature starts to get colder and winter is about to start. November. In late October, the earth moves farther and farther away from the sun. Each day is shorter than the one before. There's less sunlight, so the days are cold. Plants are not growing. It is hard for animals to find food, but grass, seeds, berries, and acorns are ripe. There are still some apples on the apple trees, and grain can be found among the stubble of the corn and wheat fields. And see, this is like in the month of November, and then you can see like all the leaves are falling off the tree, and you can see some apples still left from the tree, and the deer taking the last bits of apple that are left. A different autumn. The widest part of the earth is called the equator. The sun shines more strongly there than anywhere on earth. The closer a place is to the equator, the warmer it is. Autumn is warm in Southern California and Texas because they're closer to the equator than Minnesota or New York, where autumn is cool. Yeah, like New York, since it's far away from the equator, it got really, really cold when I used to live up there. It was cold. I would have like 3 jackets on at a time when I was walking to work. But like states like Florida, like where it's kind of typically warm year round, it's very warm in the autumn and winter time. And then on this page, you could see like a little demonstration of Thanksgiving. In 1620, pilgrims arrived in America. We built a town called Plymouth. Our first winter was very hard. There was little food to eat. When spring finally arrived, we worked hard planting crops. Indians taught pilgrims to plant corn. Our crops grew all summer. In autumn, we harvest our crops. It was time to celebrate. Pilgrims and Indians sit down together. It was the first Thanksgiving, and that's how Thanksgiving got started. There was lots of corn to eat, squash, turkey, bread, and more. And now we celebrate Thanksgiving on the 4th Thursday in November. We give special thanks for all we have. So the Indians taught the pilgrims when they first came to America the proper way to how to store food for the wintertime, because in the wintertime, since all the plants were frozen and dead from the wintertime, the Indians taught us how to save our crops year round so we can have food for the wintertime. And December. As autumn ends, birds eat seeds and dried berries. They fluff their feathers to stay warm. A white-footed mouse nibbles seeds and nuts it has stored in its den inside an old log. Fish swim slowly in cold water. Underground, a toad is asleep until spring. It has dug deep down to keep out of the cold. Animals with fur have grown thick coats. When you go outside, bundle up. And then here's like a little last page. Look, a snowflake. Winter will be here soon. Awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed your science book of the day, and I'll see you guys later.